Okay, brothers and sisters, look at that. This is the Hanford Fox Theater. I think it was built back in 1920 or 30. I used to go here and watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Probably for the first time in my life, I watched it there. Uh, you guys catch all that? Uh, the Black Hole. I remember that Disney movie, The Black Hole. I think it came out in 1978 or 79, maybe 1980. I can't remember. Anyway, this is the Civic Park. This is the neighboring town to where I live now. I was going to do this outside. I was born in this town, by the way. I was going to do this outside, but it's freezing cold. Uh, there's the haunted old jailhouse right there. It's a very iconic part of town. There's even a little merry-go-round in the park there that they open up once in a while. And they in the wintertime they have a little uh, ice rink. That's kind of new that they just started. Anyway, let me focus. Job. I've been reading Job, and I find it interesting that the adversary, when Satan goes to this council in heaven, uh, it's the Father that asks him first, right? What's what have you been doing? Almost like Satan hadn't seen the Father for a while. They hadn't interacted with each other. I don't know if they had been going. Why would the Father ask him that if he had been going to other council meetings before that in heaven? I don't know. But it doesn't it seem as almost like the Father wants to know. It's almost a greeting that you would have with your son if you hadn't seen your son for a while. I'm not saying that the Father had all bunch of cuddly feelings for the adversary, but anyway, so what is the response that the adversary has to the Father? Get this theater in there, um, because it looks cool. Uh, he goes, I've been going to and fro, up and down in the earth, observing, checking things out, studying these people, right? So, and here's an interesting thing that I found. It's not the adversary that asks the Father about Job. It's the Father that brings up Job to the adversary. Now, one of two things is going on here in my mind. Either the Father knows that Satan's already been checking Job out and wondering if he can tempt him to the point of disobedience, where Job will lose his place, or the Father is putting up a challenge to see if Job would be faithful, and so he's going to use the adversary to test Job. I think it's the former. I think it's because the Father is always one up on Satan, and so he asks Satan. I hope I didn't say Job. He asks Satan, uh, "How about my servant Job? He's pretty interesting, isn't he? He's obedient. He's a man of God." So, did the Father put the challenge up to the adversary, or did the Father just know that Job has been contemplating um, testing Job? But we know that Job had to get permission from the Father. And, sorry, that Satan had to get permission from the Father to test Job. Now, I had these notes and I forgot them at the house. Oh, pooey on the notes then. Satan has the power to discern our proclivities, to watch us, our body language, and he can listen to what comes out of our mouth, but he does not have the power to discern our thoughts. I believe it's Doctrine and Covenants, section 6. I think it's verse 16. Might be wrong. That says only the Father knows our thoughts. Now, what does that say about, why did I bring up Job? Because the book of Job, because Satan, that there's proof right there that Satan observes us. And there might be proof there that he also attends council meetings with the Father, but I don't think that was a regular thing that goes on. But I could be wrong. What I mean, I don't think it was a normal activity for Satan to attend these meetings. Because if that was the case, why would the Father ask him, "How have you been? What have you been doing? What's up? What's been up lately, Satan?" So anyway, I find that very interesting. I find it interesting that how much power that we actually have over the adversary. He has the ability, he's not a loser. Okay, let me put it that way. He's not a loser. He wins little battles. He wins these little micro battles all throughout the earth since Adam and Eve. He overcame Cain, and that was one of the first triumphs he had, probably, where he got man to finally covenant with him. But in the end, he's the biggest loser. He is the biggest loser because he is not going to win. His plan, which is opposite of the plan of salvation and the plan of happiness, is not going to win. Period. It's a done deal, and he knows that. And somebody brought this up the other day in the comments section, that Satan knows that he's going to lose. He's just trying everything in his power to bring us down, to bring as many of Heavenly Father's children he can to misery. But isn't that interesting, that story of Job? And I might talk a little bit about this more, about Job. And there's so many different things you can learn from Job chapter 6. No, sorry, Job chapter 1, starting at verse 6, where it talks about the council in heaven. Anyway, I might do a part 2 of this video. And thank you.